Welcome back, everybody. We are now into cash. It is map 2 after Underwatch winning there on Hobble. Actually, the pick of Bay2LA. So Underwatch picking cash, that is something to consider. We did kind of break down the team's average rounds won per side. It was 6 and 6.3 for Underwatch, a little bit heavier on the T side rounds, which they will be starting on since they picked the map. So let's see what happens. Going into the pistol, Underwatch have already hit an entry. Now they're starting to bring down. Oh yeah, Immigration has been brought down. 5 on 3 right now. On GP with the nade, but Little Greasy striking right back. He'll take down Mythic. Mythic and On GP left in a 2 versus 4 retake. They do have a kit. This is going to be a pretty tall order.
Yeah, Malone and On GP, only 2 left alive. And Helium did say the kit is there. There goes Malone. So now only On GP left. This is way out of heaven, trying to wrap down. And doesn't work out for him. Gets mopped up by 1100, who gets a 3K on the round. And Underwatch starts things out correctly from the T side.
Yeah, so just some quick shots. Start that off, hitting those entries. And 1100 picking up a 3K. What are you going to do? Just an individual effort on that pistol round as they do storm into B. Mythic, DZ, and full armor on Bay2LA. No one else going for anything. I wonder if that's thought out or miscommunication.
I
mean, the pistols were upgraded. Mythic is just the only one that's not.
Oh, lots of damage going out there for Deadshot. Doesn't find a frag. We do need Kevin to click on that.
Yeah, I just messaged him. I was like, can you turn that, please?
Good. So we'll get the X-ray back for you guys. We're aware. We see the screen. We're sorry.
Or rather, we don't see.
No, I have no idea. I'm casting blind. I'm just guessing what's actually happening right now.
Really?
But,
I mean, I pretty much just stare at the minimap like that anyways.
It's pretty good. Yeah, I just watch minimap. I don't really watch anything else but the minimap. Oh, wow. Falco. Hot hand with the wheel. Removes Immigration. There goes Malone. And Underwatch picks up that anti-eco round. We'll be up 2-0 over Bay2LA. Remember, guys, if Underwatch wins this map, that's it for tonight. We're going to have Underwatch going 2-0 and moving forward in the lower bracket, whereas Bay2LA is out of the main playoffs.
Yeah, it's going to be rough. So lower bracket round of 1 here. We actually don't know who the victor of this match would go on to play. Awaiting drop down from Vault Esports versus Double Esports, I guess. What they're waiting on. And then, right? Ace Gaming, Game Academy, and Leader 1 versus the winner of one of those games. Alright, we'll find out. And as I confuse myself and probably the viewers, Underwatch has won a 3rd round pretty convincingly. Anti-eco.
Yeah, Underwatch up 3-0 over Bay2LA. And guns coming out in favor of Underwatch, and we Mythic P90. I guess he wanted to, yeah, I mean, he's got a head armor this way, so grabs a P90, grabs some head armor. It's a little bit of cash to spare. He could get a flashbang, but doesn't go for it.
I figured it out. So winner of this will move forward to face the loser of Vault versus Noble. So I was like kind of right the first time, and then I got really confused. But that's what we got. That'll be lower bracket round 2. And Vault versus Noble is the last round of 8 that needs to be played. This is an interesting round in terms of the guns.
Yeah, I mean, the 2 Mag 10s for Falco and Deadshot. We got a P90 in the hands of Mythic. It's all going to go down here in the A-bombs, like 5 on 3. Open drag for On GP. Grabs 2, grabs himself a 3rd. Finally goes down. We lose Deadshot, and it's all up to Falco now. He's 1 on 3, bomb down in A. He still has 1 player left to try and beat inside that A-bombs. Like, nade actually goes out, and somehow Smoke didn't take damage from his own teammates. That exploded directly over his head. That's probably why.
Yeah,
but
grenades, you know.
Yeah.
You know how they work.
Yeah. Or not work, we should
or
say.
They don't work, yeah, exactly.
At least it's better than nade splash. Well, actually, nade splash damage was awesome back in the day.
I like nade splash damage.
Through walls
literally
so
a million times more than the current system. That
like,
being
I'm never
said,
going to be able to nade through this corner, and you're just like, whatever. I'm just going to nade right out the corner.
Yeah. The nade throwing system is definitely the best strength in CSGO, in my opinion, from previous versions of Counter-Strike. Really cool.
Well, you don't like throwing coffee cans that just float on the side
The
at
coffee
all
can
times?
wasn't the problem because they didn't hit invisible corners, so I actually prefer the coffee cans. I just like the versatility with the, you know, left click, right click, or both clicks, the way
Could
you
you
can toss
imagine
them.
having that in 1.6?
Dude, it would have been
Just lobbing coffee cans and
That would've been
grenades like
sick.
just barely around the corner and just all that. Yeah, that would have been
Well,
ridiculous.
the
That would have been
idea of like the
game-breaking.
pop flash kind of started later on in 1.6, where you'd then like kind of throw them like a tight bounce on a wall to get them to pop like right over a box or something. But now you can just right click and do it for free, really.
We've actually evened it up in round 5 here. Not score-wise. Underwatch is still up by 2. And man, little Greasy.
Little Greasy.
Doesn't peek the corner, but ends up peeking back and takes down Mythic. And a little bit of a trade out there, and Bay2LA is going to be down 2 players as Underwatch earns their way into that B bomb site. They're trying to catch some rotators.
The taters kind of made me hungry. At that point, I'm very hungry. On GP trying to come in through the vents. War Hippo will be able to stop him in his tracks. And it's Malone trying to save on to that op. So, I mean, you look back at round 3, it's maybe a little questionable. If you're kind of new to Counter-Strike, why do these guys still have 2 MAC-10s? It's mainly because they know if they lose the round, they can still bind the next one since they're not upgrading. They could have caused some damage, and they did cause a little, right? They killed 2 people in round 3. They buy up for their full rifle round here. And it goes pretty flawlessly.
Yep, so round 6 getting underway. Underwatch is up from the T side of Cash here, as it looks like Bay2LA is only going to have that saved op, and then not really buying up around it. I mean, Malone gets a little bit. He gets the pistol armor, flashbang, grenade, and a defuse kit. The rest of his team just upgrades their pistols. Let's see if they can make a round out of this, get themselves pretty much a broken by victory. And I mean, if they can win it, that's going to be a lot of guns left to go.
Low Greasy. Low Greasy's so hot he might just catch fire. We have a grease fire on our hands on tonight's broadcast. Could be a problem. Especially if I want taters. Might need to use the stove.
Somebody who's friends with him, tell him he needs to change his name to Greasy. Because that'd just be a
he's
little
grown
greasy. Yeah, he's a little greasy now.
Just Greasy?
Because Misled said so.
That's enough reason for me.
I'd change it. If Misled hit me up and he was like, dude, change your name, I'd be like, whatever you want.
You're like, yo, add a 138 to your name, please. Alright. Helium 138 now.
Helium 138, confirmed.
So 3-on-2 and already Smoke and Mythic have given up. They will save these guns, not going to try to go for this.
Yeah, I mean, no reason to. It was pretty much a broken buy that they had to force there. They still aren't going to have very good cash. I mean, they won a round, they lost a round. That's going to be 2 in a row for Underwatch. So they're not going to get a lot of bonus money out of this thing. And, man, little Greasy going on the hunt here. Trying to peek out. Ends up missing. Smoke ends up missing 2 shots. He's getting pushed. Smoke's got to be careful. He should be able to survive. Ends up taking down the shot on little Greasy, though. That'll be 5 rounds now for Underwatch. As Bay2LA, they got enough money to make something out of this, except for on GP, so they should. Yeah, they're going to buy through it, so.
Alrighty. Also, I realized I got my, it's like Go TV, right? It has so many bugs. So many bugs. At this point, they're basically just features, but I finally got all the Steam icons load, and I realized that Falco's Steam icon is Blastoise. 1100s is freaking what was that guy's name?
Haunter, right?
Haunter, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Charizard, of course. So I like the Pokemon theme going on.
Haunter was my favorite Pokemon, by the way.
Pretty badass.
My favorite one.
Seems like a misled Pokemon.
He is. He was a dream machine. Yeah, because it went. What? Ghastly, Haunter. Yeah, that's what
I was gonna say Ghastly for that one. I was like, that's the first form though.
But what's interesting though is Falco. His name is Falco, but he's running.
Right, I was expecting a melee player.
Yeah, I was expecting Falco. I mean.
Yeah, exactly. Falco, top tier. Falco, like tier 2.
I don't even know at this point.
3rd or 5th best melee, I think. Falco's number 1.
Wow, a good round from that Bay2LA though. They end up mopping up quite a bit at that A bomb site. They get themselves a second round, and Underwatch, their lead shrinks down to 3. Speaking of that, it's a crime. I'm going to write a letter to Nintendo about how bad they made Mr. Game & Watch. It's not even fair. He's such an amazing character, flipping bacon, dropping the hammer on kids.
Anyone that flips bacon. Which, well, I guess that's not a Pokemon, but that would have been a pretty adequate Steam icon for Little Greasy. Ooh, Malone. Anchoring the B site. Well, okay, immigration's helping out in the vents. Ooh, gonna shoot the wall in front of immigration. Drops down and gets the spray down as well, bringing down 2. Falco's there to stop him. Smoke is already gone. He's in upper B. I guess both B players have fallen. No one's crossed into the site quite yet. Well, actually, War Hippo is under in CT, so that's a pretty good position. It might be one to catch them off guard. One is jumping down, going fast. Yeah,
wow.
Doesn't kill Mythic and completely, or it actually doesn't kill Smoke, so Mythic completely has a free shot.
That's a rough look. You should have known at that point that that Smoke wasn't killed, and if you're in the site, you should have immediately turned over towards Genset to hit it. But it doesn't work out. Honestly, War Hippo should have hit it, but it didn't work out. They hit their shots. Bay2LA strings together 2 now. Underwatch is the team on the back foot.
I think that was played, like, pretty fine. It's just the fact that he didn't kill the player. Like, they were trusting each other. You gotta trust your teammates. The one man was watching vents. The other one was trying to intercept this player, cover his opponent, or cover his allies, like 7 o'clock. We'll just say 6. It's easier. But again, he missed the shot and the round kind of fell apart at that point.
Good spray there coming up from Mythic, actually able to do a ton of damage to Falco. And wow, Mythic popping up, gets 2, finally goes down on GP right there to clean up the other 2. But we do have Falco stuck inside the bomb site. I don't know if they know he's in it yet. Oh, now they know for sure. He's got a pair, but there's another one at the truck. Immigration will get the flank off, saves the op for his teammate, and Bay2LA brings this within 1 now. But Underwatch damage was done on an eco round, even though Bay2LA is building their economy. Still rebuys that they have to make and puts them that much closer if they lose a round to having to save.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, one person's going to have like a 5-7 in nades because, well, after they've bought, what, 5.8k and 3.8k are the richest players that's on GP and Smoke TV. And this one ends up being pretty close. It was, what, 5-1 at one point. Thought Underwatch might have just started running away with another half like they did on Cobble. But Bay2LA have fought back and have an opportunity here to tie it up. And maybe get that 2 for 1. Loss bonus is pretty high for Underwatch, so there's a good chance they might Tech 9 armor if they lose. That's not really free, but still a pretty good chance for 2.
Yeah, so we're into that round 10. Falco out of the way, and we're going to be 5-on-4 now. Bay2LA trying to mount the comeback, trying to tie this up. It's kind of rinse and repeat of what we saw on map number 1, where Underwatch broke out early. Bay2LA brought it back until the second half happened, and then Underwatch ran away with it. Again, trades going in favor of Bay2LA, and Little Greasy hits a shot, and he hits a second one, takes down Malone and Smoke. 3-on-2 now. They know exactly where on GP is. They know where his teammates at also. Flashbang's gonna stunt him for a second. Let's see if they push through.
Oh, beautiful shot by on GP. Gets Little Greasy. Oh, as I say that, dead shot with the lineup. Headshot onto Mythic and follows through onto on GP. And I want to correct this because chat's probably freaking out right now. If anyone is listening, that final Pokemon is actually Gengar. It was Ghastly, Haunter, and it evolved when traded into Gengar.
Really? Where'd Haunt go then? I thought there was a Haunt and a Haunter.
I think you made that one up.
No way. I'm pretty sure. Wow.
Wasn't there one weird shadow Pokemon that didn't evolve? It was just the one form?
I don't remember.
A long time.
Wow, man. It's been a long, long time since I Pokemoned it up with my friends as a small child.
I'll bring my Game Boy to land.
I never really did it. It was always about paper.
Wait, what? Oh, you mean
never played it. I never played it on
the card game.
Yeah, just play paper.
Oh, well, that makes sense for you, actually. Since you're big into...
Magic on paper, duh.
Yeah. Alright, so...
For all he's wondering, yeah, Magic, Misled.
He's got a pro player card. I mean, what can you say to that?
Dude, got it.
That's pretty sick.
That's pretty terrible. You tell anybody that, they're like, what?
Well, if you tell anyone in our line of work, that's pretty sick. You tell someone if that's your pickup line at a bar, be like, check out my Magic the Gathering pro player card. They're like, what?
You want to see my land finishes?
You want to see my tournament results from 2013?
You want to see all my pins that I got? Yeah, I got them all. Don't worry,
CSGO
they're on my
pins?
gamepad that I won from all the events that I was at.
The production has rustled.
I believe so, but Underwatch does turn it back around. They prevent Bay2LA from getting a 5th round, and they continue that momentum, getting themselves 2 in a row now. Will be round 12. Underwatch is going to be back up by 3 rounds, but Bay comes out from Bay2LA nonetheless.
Oh,
hit this. Wow, Smoke, you got to hit that.
3 for 1. 3 for 1.
Trying to find another one with the pistol. Doesn't collect it. The Underwatch things out at 4-on-4 until Mythic does that. The boost.
And now the bomb is dropped. Players all around the forklift right now. Falco, the last terrace up, hits his shot onto on GP, though 50 HP. He has an op. He can win this. He still has to cross. That flash worked out, and the smoke is still there. See if Falco wants to mess around with fake planting. He now goes into walking mode, so no noise, and it is ring around the bomb site.
I think Falco will probably end up... No, maybe not. I thought he was in a circle all the way around. If he plays this cool, doesn't make any noise, he might be able to just grab Malone. There's a ton of time left. And there it is.
Nice
shot.
shot
On Malone with the op through the cab of the forklift there.
Yeah, it's like
That'll be
through
8
the
rounds.
steering wheel. Who knows? Pre-forklift patched cash. That might have not happened. As it is, once again, Underwatch kind of asserting their dominance here. Saying that they are the better team, at least slightly. They've now got another 3 in a row. They've won the half. They'd like to win it some more here on the T side. Cash is, if anyone is, again, new to Counter-Strike, a very even map that can go kind of either way. Depends on the team playing, depends on which team that team is playing. So definitely matchup dependent.
I mean, it is realistically me and later joke about it all the time. It's just 3 at this point. It's one of the most played maps.
Just 3 was actually terrible.
Oh god, I played it a few times. Or Op Dust. Remember Op Dust?
They were all bad, except for Dust 2, pretty much.
Dust 1 was horrendously horrible.
I don't know, but at least it was still OG, right?
No, I wish I never played that map. Like, ever.
Alright.
But we're going to be 4-on-3 now. Little Greasy low on HP. Same with Deadshot. They have the gun advantage here. They basically got a free bomb site. If they can get in, there's only one player to take down. That's going to be Immigration. Molotov will force mount, take some damage, and will get picked up by War Hippo. As Malone with the AK will find one. We got a 3-on-2 now. 2-man retake attempt going to be coming out from Bay2LA with the bomb in B. And Underwatch pretty much has a decent crossfire going, especially with Little Greasy catching Malone from behind, trying to get into those vents.
Yeah, Little Greasy just lurking out there in mid. I thought it would have got to a point where Malone might have wanted to just got away with that AK to save it. Mythic, maybe set up Rexus, try to get a gun. Seems like he was pretty much on board with that plan the entire time, but he does drop War Hippo and makes it a bit more expensive, but Falco's there for the trade out. So no survivors for Bay2LA, and Underwatch with 9 now.
Yeah, up 9-4 as we had round 14. Man, Bay2LA not afraid at all, spending all of their money trying to turn things around. They were just on a save. They're going full tilt into this one. They want to win the last 2, make that 9-6. Still in favor of Underwatch, but Underwatch has other things on their mind. If they can make an 11-4 half out of this, that would be absolutely rough if you're Bay2LA.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, and I think, they had a 10-5 half to come back from on Cobble?
Yeah.
So at the very least, hope for 10-5. It seemed like they were managing pretty well from that for a while. I mean, 11-4 is going to be a different beast, especially on a map like this. There's more Hippo. See him lining up some smokes. Open that door. You have to open the door. Can you open the door from that range?
I don't think you can. Oh, maybe you can.
There you go.
Apparently we're both too nerdy. But
will it close? Did they fix that?
Yeah, that's a great counter Molotov, though. If that smoke comes out, you immediately Molotov that door to prevent that site fake. But it's only a fake anyways. Immigration does well to pick up a frag inside B. Prevent the fast fake from Underwatch. Here comes the rotates working their way in. Mopped up. We got a 2-on-2 now. And on GP will take down one. And Deadshot alone inside the bomb shed. He's got Mythic outside in the halls. And he does have the number 5 man of on GP all the way back towards CT spawn.
Mythic is continuing to push right now and is almost most likely to catch Deadshot off guard. Oh no, he didn't push her. He's not looking that way. He's on the other side of the wall still. Oh, Will Fake Plant is really expecting this player to come from the CT side. On GP not budging, and they know it was a fake at this point, so this time we'll just have to stick it down. I mean, you always want to even it up into that one-on-one before planting. Now he's got to fight both these players, and they're just running at him, and he can't deal with it.
Yeah, Bay2LA, good job to get the 2 versus 1 done. They didn't bank on that first, the first plant attempt, knowing it was a fake there. That worked out well. It looks like, I think, yeah, on GP will go get the op, save that for his teammates. That'll be a 9-5 scoreline, and we might have that 10-5 half, because I actually know we probably won't Underwatch without a lot of money here.
Yeah, well, Little Greasy can support a full buy. War Hippo is pretty close. Deadshot's not. I mean, it's Tech 9 or P250 and nades for 1100 in Falco, so yeah, good to go. And wow, 1100, 4 and 11 right now. That is not where you want to be. I mean, on the winning team, not having too much of an impact.
Trying to force her way in, though. Yeah, Immigration almost got caught. That could have been right. And he does get caught. They're going to get the bomb plant out of this. Let's see what Smoke's going to be able to do. Does Smoke get both? No, Smoke gets 1-1. Smoke trades it fast. There goes Mythic. And that is rough. So Underwatch will, more than likely, yes, they will make this a 10-5 half. So mirror image of game number 1. Let's see if Underwatch is able to hold on again and not allow Bay2LA to come back.
Was it the same sides as well? I think it might have been. Yeah, it was. Underwatch on the same side both times.
Yep.
So yeah, very mirror image.
Yeah, but Bay2LA did mount a decent little comeback on map number 1. Got it.
Well, actually, not really.
I mean, they got some rounds in their favor. They didn't just lose out in second half.
Well, they got the first. They got the pistol in the subsequent 2 rounds. So the first 3, and they won a rifle, or even maybe a force up in round 9, kind of a one-off victory, and that was it. So they didn't actually do quite as better as my memory led me to believe. I mean, 1 rifle round, right? Like, that's not that good.
I mean, it's not. I mean, you didn't just get mopped up, though. I mean, you got some rounds in your favor, which isn't bad.
They didn't just close it out.
You battled, yeah. So, but it's going to be up to Bay2LA here. They have to win this map to force map number 3. Otherwise, Underwatch is going to go home tonight with a 2-0 victory over Bay2LA and stay alive in that lower bracket.
So, Little Greasy on Highway. Who's that behind him? It looks like Deadshot. So those will be the A players, at least early on. The big rotation coming out from Z and from B. So now 3 into the A site. They slid these players over pretty quickly, and that door is opening. They better get this boost off the ground now. Yeah. That's rough for Underwatch.
Yeah. But I mean, this is what happened second half of map number 2 also. I mean, Bay2LA mopped up the pistol round going into second half on Cobble. They got the first, the 2 rounds after that, the 2 anti-eco, so all 3 of the initial rounds went in their favor. And then I think they dropped the first buy round and then came right back.
Yeah, they dropped 5 in a row.
Yeah, and then they
had
a
rough
and then
lost the map.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, though. Underwatch seemed like they had the right idea. They stacked feed, didn't see any information real quick, so decided to slide over to A. Unfortunately, just tried to go for that boost, and you know we have more information than they do. We knew that boost was going to be a terrible idea based on the terrorists were just about to go out from Squeaky. So I fell apart pretty quick.
Well, we will have a 4-on-3. They've been able to take down one gun. Immigration trying to drop another member from Underwatch, and he'll get it. Both of those shots, but here comes the push. Only Deadshot left alive. He goes down at the end to Malone on the top of highway. That'll be 10-7. So yeah, just mirror image going right now as Bay2LA looking to get another anti-eco round under their belt, make this a 10-8 score.
Be crazy if it ended up. How did the first half go? Okay, I was like, how crazy would it be if it was like exactly the same? It was pretty close actually. For the, I mean, what the biggest streak for Bay2LA on Cobble was 4 rounds on their CT side. They got 3 here, and that's kind of the only thing that makes a difference on the score overall. And I suppose Kevin has fallen asleep. There he goes. Back over to mid, where I mean, let's be real, there wasn't much to see on this round. The eco kills don't mean much, so why even witness them?
So we're going to be hitting round 19. This will be the first full buy coming out from Underwatch. Let's see if they can grab this one and start it back in their favor, as Bay2LA mounted a decent little comeback there. I mean, they brought it within 2. They won the first 3 rounds of second half, so they have a good little start. Momentum is on their side at the moment, but Underwatch with rifles in their hands have been pretty good so far.
Yeah, they have. So this will be the first big round. Well, all of them have been big so far for Bay2LA. Bigger. That's some pretty big implications for Underwatch as well. If they drop this one, they almost guarantee the 10-10. Bay2LA through the door. We'll find Lil Greasy. Didn't take much damage in return.
Yeah, actually only goes down to 74, but makes the shot happen through the door. So Underwatch on CT side, gotta be careful here. They know it's looking like an ace strat, almost a lineup there for 1100. He'll find, no, he won't get the second one. Has to pull out the pistol. His teammates there to cover. That will be Falco. Big 3K. Looks like this buy round will go in favor of Underwatch unless Immigration, he does have 100 HP, does pick up the bomb. He's going to run back through A main towards the B bomb side. He has plenty of time to make that happen, and they should be rotating one out. Underwatch should be. They're actually going to rotate 2. One into mid, one towards B. That should be, no, it's not the Opper, excuse me. And Opper sticks to A, and yeah, now they know for a fact he's over there at B. Not enough time to rotate back in the opposite direction. Immigration got to be careful. Knows dead shots in the vent. Still trying to find somebody, though, as War Hippo drops that flash out, and Immigration rotating back to A, and he doesn't have the time to make that happen. Falco picks him up. That's a 4K.
4K.
Underwatch up 11-8.
Only Blastoise could evolve. That might have been enough experience. Although, for as much as I know, Blastoise probably can evolve.
I really haven't messed with Pokemon.
Yeah,
since,
I haven't kept up at
bro.
all. Dang.
I know Greninja, just because I see him in Smash Bros. Yeah, that's it.
And what's the ice cream cone one? Just because it's so stupid. I'll link you later if you don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea. There's an ice cream
Falco.
cone Pokemon?
There it is, the delayed ace.
Whoa, buddy.
Kevin showing us that he is awake. Whoa, I mean, technically we didn't miss that kill.
I mean, we saw it.
Yeah, I didn't really know what was happening or where it was, but we saw it.
Yeah, so Immigration and Malone down. Underwatch is going to be up a man, 1100 down to 62 HP. On GP all the way down to 6, and that's a rough look if you're Bay2LA.
Yeah, so 4-on-3, Deadshot wins his 1v1, so that's not good news for Bay2LA. Mythic was hoping to even it up right there. Instead, leaves Smoke and on GP with a pretty impossible task.
Yeah, I mean, 2 versus 4. 1100's kind of weak. 1100's actually dead. I mean, Deadshot's now down to 13 HP, but he peeks out, hits the highway player. Only on GP left in A main, and he goes down to Deadshot also. That's a 3K for Deadshot. Underwatch gets 2 in a row now, and that should be forcing Bay2LA into an eco round, and yes, it will. So Underwatch looking poised to make 13 rounds out of this.
Yeah, so just like we saw, the first 3 pistol rounds go to Bay2LA, but they can't stand up when it comes to the rifles. So dropping 2, and now in a kind of awkward state. Upgrade
Is its
pistols,
name
armor on Malone, Vanilla,
Vanilla-ish.
Vanilla-ish, and then Vanillux.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Pretty dumb. I think that was Gen 5? Maybe 6.
Pokemon doesn't bother her. It's pretty deep.
That's probably, I would assume 5.
Was that a paper magic one, or excuse me, paper Pokemons? Was that only
I don't know.
handheld
I should put this link in the chat. I don't know about it.
Yeah, this is dumb. But fast round comes out for Underwatch. We expected it. Was an eco coming from Bay2LA, and we hit round 22 now. So we're back. No, we are not back.
Yeah, it was like half and half.
Yeah, it was a like weird broken by deal.
Still looking up things about Pokemon. It's probably
I
not
know.
wise, but
That's all good. I gotcha. Round 22, though, another relatively broken buy will come out for Bay2LA and Underwatch. If they capitalize on this, they might smooth sail their way through. And War Hippo lines up too. Smoke ends up dropping in front of, or excuse me, Mythic drops over the top off the boost over Smoke. They both get lined up. They both go down. So Bay2LA, force broken by, completely blown up here. And Underwatch looking like they want to try and cruise real fast into that 15-8 scoreline.
it's in the card game.
It is in paper.
Yeah, and like the expanded edition or whatever.
Yeah, see, I was already done. I was already on the match at that point.
But the card game.
Yeah, match card game all day because they didn't have a
Well, I
video
mean, I
game version of
didn't
it for
even
years.
the only one I played was Yu-Gi-Oh, like very briefly, and probably played that wrong. And then I found Counter-Strike, and I was like, "This is the game that will ruin my life."
Oh, don't get me wrong. I played Counter-Strike the entire time. Well, Magic, anyways, because it wasn't out when I was playing Pokemon. Gosh, I was in like '97. Man, I'm old.
You are a bit old. Not that old.
Pretty old. Pretty dinosaur. I saw the
Like,
did you see
you're
on HLTV the
esports
list
old.
of the oldest 10 players attending the event. There's like two
it's like
attending the
almost
majors.
all of UP.
Yeah,
They're the
yeah.
oldest team at every event.
Yeah, I mean, like only like 2 or 3 people were 28. So
Yeah, I mean that is fairly old for esports competitors, which is why you cast.
exactly.
Ooh, 1100. I was like about to say, round looking good so far. Bay2LA still, you know, a little out-armed, outgunned, but they had the man advantage, but it was fleeting. It has gone. You were in round 23, and now it's back, 1-on-1. We're all evened up, but it is still a Galil versus an AK. War Hippo on the CT side with an AK, with a kit. On GP still has to work himself forward to the bomb, and with the time is probably just going to work for the kill.
Oh, he actually bounced back down highway.
Dude, that was
and on GP.
little bunny foo-foo right there.
Yeah, that is rough. He had to have known that the bomb. Did he really not see the bomb?
I think
Gets planted, and yeah, he's gonna
still
rotate
hopping.
correctly.
Yeah, I figured he was just gonna keep running around.
Ooh, but on GP has an idea. Unless on GP doesn't turn in time, and he will make the corner just in time to get away from War Hippo, working his way out of A main. So War Hippo still trying to work out.
Planted
Yeah,
for
now he
A
knows.
main, playing from truck. This is definitely a mind game here from on GP.
Oh, War Hippo's gonna stick it. That's dirty. Oh, I thought on GP wouldn't go out wide enough, but he does. He saves his team from being at match point really quick, and that'll be 14-9 in favor of Underwatch, but Bay2LA trying to come back into this thing. That's 4 rounds in a row. It's stunted there by Bay2LA. 4 rounds in a row for Overwatch, stunted by Bay2LA. Excuse me.
Got it.
Got him.
I figured you'd come around.
Don't worry about it. If I say it, it's correct. I don't even care if the dictionary tells me I'm wrong.
So look at the kill distribution right now. You got 3 people on the 20 for you watch. You got 2 very close, and on GP and Smoke. in Bay2LA, or in the 20s, I should say. But then there's like a big discrepancy. Like Mythic's at 11, that's the next person for Bay2LA, but Lil Greasy is also really carrying a lot of weight here with, I mean, 3 222s, or wait, sorry, 3 22s. I tried to go Rick Ross on it, it didn't make sense. But that's pretty crazy. 3 people with 22 frags on one team. Like, there's just not a lot of people for War Hippo or 1100 to kill.
Ooh, but man, Underwatch coming back into this round in strong fashion. Little Greasy with 2, Falco with 1. And Falco grabbing himself another. That's 2 for Falco, 2 for Little Greasy, and only On GP is gonna be left alive now. It's gonna be a tight one here, but On GP can find one. At B, over the headshot. Careful out of the vents. There's Little Greasy on the flank. He gets 3 on the round, and Underwatch is now at match point against Bay2LA.
Little Greasy slithering through the vents, coming out of nowhere. It happened. Seen it happen. 15-9 now, and it looks like this very well could be the last round here of this match. Eagles, Tech 9, some armor coming out for Bay2LA, and not much else. Nades, smoke, 2 flashes. They've been spent. Malona moving in, does find the entry onto War Hippo. So that's forcing the rotations now. But odd reload there from 1100, and it looks like... Luca.
Yeah, I mean, they do have War Hippo down, so that's going to help. They've earned their way into the bomb site. They got it planted. They just have to let this retake one come out. And no, man, they really needed that shot. So only On GP left alive here, down to 3 HP, the final man standing. And man, GG comes out fast for War Hippo.
He was about to repeat because he didn't know he got the kill. That's beautiful.
That is a 16-9 victory for Underwatch, and that will do it for that best of 3 series. Underwatch will move forward in the lower bracket and keep themselves alive.
Yeah, and again, they're going to be moving on to face. They'll be awaiting the loser of Vault versus Noble Esports in the lower bracket round of 2. So make sure to follow up MLG.tv/PlayCevo. Come back for that one. A pretty exciting game in the upper bracket still should be Ace Gaming versus Games Academy. That one should be pretty fun. And your NA brackets are way further ahead than our Europe ones, which have had to pause again because we've got a team in CEVO main at the major who pulled 10 rounds against Fnatic today. Like, what? Go figured.
Yeah.
If Fnatic lost that, I wanted to jokingly extend an invite to Fnatic to CEVO-IM. Like, you lost to a main team. Maybe you should try out CEVO-IM. But it didn't happen. And I probably wouldn't have done that anyway. I would have been scared.
Yeah, that would have been not good.
Of Hannah.
But yeah, guys. That is going to do it for us tonight. Thank you again for showing up and hanging out. And congratulations to Underwatch moving forward in the lower bracket of the main playoffs. Not out of this yet. They're going to get to go on and continue to fight to try and keep themselves alive. So thank you guys for hanging out. I'm Misled. That is Helium with me. If you guys like what we do, you want to give us a follow, there's going to be at Heliumbrella on Twitter. Mine is going to be at Misled138. Then remember, always give a follow to at CEVO and at MLG. And hopefully, do we have any tickets left for the LAN?
Don't know,
I don't know
but
if we're
you
sold
can
out.
check.
I know there was only a few left.
Store.mlg.tv, and I'm sure you can check for the availability for that.
Yeah,
Or
that's
just say you know Helium and or Misled. We'll hook you up if you
why
happen
not?
to live in Columbus.
Yeah, just be like my bros, Helium and Misled are gonna be down there, and I need to go kick it. So get one of the front gates,
And that will work, actually. By the way, so.
More than likely, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you show up wearing a shirt that says "I love Misled" or "I love Helium." Yeah, some good stuff's gonna happen.
Or with
at that
food,
point for you.
ice cream.
Food is good. An ice cream Pokemon.
Or if your shirt says Kevin
S.
S. sucks.
Yeah.
Vanilla-ish.
Vanilla-ish. Vanillatron. I don't know. We're losing it here, guys. Thank you again for showing up and hanging out with us. Have a good night, everybody, and get us out of here, Helium.
Bye.